Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for October 13, 2022, the What Happens If We Win edition. And we begin with that story from Bloomberg, as Twitter faces only bad outcomes if the $44 billion Elon Musk deal closes. The company has obviously been damaged by the drama over the deal, and things look very, very bumpy if it goes through. So what happens if they win? Somebody cashes out, but it'll probably be the death of Twitter as we know it. And of course, they'll have Elon Musk as their CEO. Next up from Reuters, Credit Suisse is fighting a lawsuit which claims fraud, but the lawsuit was filed anonymously, and Twitter wants to know who sued them because they want to claim that the lawsuit was not brought timely or the statute of limitations have been missed. So, of course, there could be other reasons that Credit Suisse wants their name. So, and put it in the public record. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens on that score. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, Mingy Sun reporting, the cryptocurrency exchange Bittrex will pay $29 million to the Department of Treasury to settle allegations it violated sanctions regarding anti-money laundering laws. The Treasury Department said it had fined the company a total of $53 million, $24 million from the Office of Foreign Asset Control, or OFAC, and $29 million from the Financial Crimes Network, which combats illicit finance. Treasury, of course, enforces sanctions. FinCEN said it would credit Bitrex's settlement of the OFAC towards the overall settlement. So the total out of pocket is only $29 million. Treasury said the actions highlight the importance of crypto firms maintaining risk-based sanctions and anti-money laundering compliance programs, and that non-compliance with these requirements could result in enforcement actions and exposure to potential abuse by illicit actors. OFAC alleged that Bittrex failed to prevent people located in jurisdictions facing U.S. sanctions from using its platform between 2014 and 2017. And finally, a proposal from the U.S. Department of Labor would make it more likely that millions of gig workers would be classified as employees rather than independent contractors. Obviously, this is something companies such as Uber have been fighting tooth and nail for years, and if a GOP administration comes in, you're pretty sure they'll reverse this, but this would be a big step forward for employment status for these employees, as it would open up whole sets of benefits that have been unavailable to them when they worked as independent contractors. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.